Hello there, everybody. It's Jeremy Senpai here. I know I haven't exactly been active on this channel for a long time, and there is a good reason for that, which I'm going to explain here in this video. This is a little different. It's a little more casual. It's not super professional, but again, not all my videos are. I just felt like I should explain a little bit, kind of dive down. Anyway, 2021 has been a roller coaster of a year for all of us, and especially myself. I've been a little inactive on this channel for a few months, almost 5 months now, which is why I'm making a video now addressing this, and because I do have a lot to say about what's happened. Not only this channel and its future, but my own personal life and what I've been dealing with. I because I do want to continue this channel, I really do, but like anything else, it's a mindset, and my mindset has exactly been the most positive in recent times. So, which is why I'm making this video now addressing, and this isn't going to be super professional, this is kind of more casual, down to earth-ish, if that makes sense. But I think I've rambled my thoughts enough, so I'm just going to cut right to the chase. In the summer of 2019, I was diagnosed with ulcer colitis. It's an irritable bowel disease where the wrong thing can aggravate the syndrome. In layman's terms, if I were to eat or drink something bad, such as alcohol, junk or fried food, or something as bad, then the result would be horrible chronic pain that can go on for days or even weeks. I've been dealing with this for 2.5 years now, putting my life on hold on and off. Everything I eat or do can either relieve me or it can hurt me, and I won't know it until after the fact. I need a cocktail of pills just to get up and out of bed in the morning. I can hardly sleep. Half the time, I'm afraid to eat. This has been, no doubt, the hardest time of my life. I've lost over 40 pounds, and not in the way most people want to, and now I'm fighting just to keep every pound. The worst part is what it did to my mind and spirit. The consistent pain, or mostly the fear of such outcomes, has made me struggle with anxiety and depression. While I've dealt with such feelings in the past before I was diagnosed, this is an almost daily occurrence nowadays. I've made progress and I've gotten setbacks that are enough to make me wonder, why do I bother? What's the point of all this if I'm not getting any better? I'm sure that's something everybody feels at least once, right? It got so bad, in fact, that I started to dislike doing the things I enjoy doing. Things like exercising, reading and writing, playing video games, or playing my guitars, or in this case, YouTubing. Instead of looking forward to the things I love doing, my mind began to see them as these activities, whether for relaxation or recreation, as daily chores, where I started to register them as more trouble or too much trouble to be worth the effort. Imagine the things that made you happy, the things that you look forward to at the end of the day, and then suddenly you begin to associate these things with your negative mindset and self-toxic thoughts. That's that is crippling, and it's horrible. This is no different than a self-fulfilling prophecy. I start to see no joy in my favorite activities, so most of the time I feel no joy, plural, in general. I didn't even feel like me anymore, and anyone who knows me best can tell you that I've always been the doer. I love to keep myself busy, to always have something to do. I used to be the person who could disappear over the weekend, show up for work first thing Monday morning, so carefree, and now I literally have to watch everything I do or eat under a microscope because that will affect me the next morning for bad or for worse. I've gone through everything bad I have ever experienced in these past couple of years. Now now I'm going to share with you all the positive things that this disease has done for me. Compassion, understanding, empathy, self-reflection. It has been said that for someone to truly feel happiness, they need their fair share of suffering and unhappiness in order to truly appreciate it. What really helped set me right was the amount of support I received during all this. The worst case I ever got during all this were just a couple months ago towards the end of summer. I had a horrible spill with food poisoning that cost me a week of work and gave me an overnight stay at the hospital. That had to be my lowest point, and yet the aftermath was something amazing. I don't normally share my problems, but in this case, I felt I had to. And because of it, I received so much support from so many people, friends, family, coworkers, acquaintances, and so on. And that meant more to me than almost anything else at that moment. In the start of all this, I was too afraid to share my condition. In fact, I didn't even come out as having colitis until 6 months after I was diagnosed back in 2019. I was I was so afraid of how people would see me. If my friends, family, those closest to me, if they would see me as broken, as something nobody wants to be seen. Nobody wants to be seen as a burden, just less of a person as they knew me as. Nobody wants to be a problem to the people that they care about. But, surprise, no, that didn't happen. People actually understood better than I thought that they would. And for that, I couldn't be more grateful. Nobody should have to go through the worst time of their lives all alone. That's why I have a lot planned for the new year. New goals and accomplishments that I plan on making happen. One of which is I'll actually be graduating college from the University of Central Florida this summer with a Bachelor in Sciences, specifically in psychology. That alone has been a long journey with lots of obstacles to face. But in the end, it's all worth it. I want to be better so I can walk with my head held high and get my bachelor's degree, receive my degree in front of my peers and fellow graduates. Another part of this is, well, the physical aspect. Exercise is an important part of any recovery, but for me, I also love the challenge. I love pushing myself. But I also love doing something positive in the outcome. So which is why I started the hashtag train for good vibes. If you feel like if you feel like sharing your personal physical goals or milestones, then feel free to over on my Facebook page. The link will be in the description down below because I believe in giving back if you're able to. And this also serves as an awareness for charities under my GoFundMe account, which is also available on the page. The one I give to most is St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So if you would like to make a donation or just share some of your own training milestones, then feel free to over on the Facebook page for updates. It's been a little inactive, but I definitely plan on making a change when it comes to all that. And please, feel free to share some of your good vibes too to whoever may need it most. There really are incredible people out there, and you can choose to be one of them too, or you can choose to, one of which I greatly admire is five-time Olympic rower Sir Steve Redgrave, who was actually diagnosed with colitis too before the 2000 Olympics. And despite all that, he still won the gold. If he can suffer through what I've gone through, maybe worse, maybe not so bad, and still come out on top, then why can't I and why can't you? Everybody has something to deal with these days. Physical, emotional, maybe even a mix of both. But that can't mean but that doesn't mean it can bury you. That doesn't mean that you can't overcome it. There may even be people who have it worse off than you or I, but they choose to prosper. They choose to thrive. They choose to try their best to come out on top. One of the best examples I can give is one I've actually known my whole life. My father. My father has had health issues his entire life. When he was a young man, he was in a car accident that did permanent damage to his body and should, should have killed him. And yet, by some shred of a miracle, it didn't. Me and my sister are proof of that. And when I was in my teens, he had two heart attacks, but he still survived them. And within the last year, he underwent a surgery for prostate cancer, removing it altogether. And all of that is just the beginning. Those are just the major things I feel like sharing. He's in pain almost every moment, and yet he keeps going to this day. He still goes to work, he still devotes all his time, his all to his family, and still gives a hand to whoever he thinks may need it. And he does it all while keeping the pain at bay. And despite all of it, he's, for the most part, in a good mood. He has a sense of humor. He gives back. That's a prime example of somebody who, despite all the pain that they're forced to endure almost on a daily basis, that they don't let it bury them, that they move on. All the while, all the while undergoing the treatments and just enduring, he and I both are in consistent pain almost every day. And yet, there are people out there who have it even worse than either of us, and yet they keep going too. We can keep going, and so can you, no matter what may bring you down. After all, it can always be worse, right? That's literally my dad's motto and has kind of become a bit of my own. It can always be worse. At least he and I are undergoing treatment. At least, for the most part, we're whole. It can always be so much worse. And now I'm going to address my channel, Jeremy Senpai, and where I plan to take it from here. Like anything else, it's a mindset, and the reason why I haven't uploaded videos for about 4 to 5 months now is because I've been in a consistent negative mindset. But all that has slowly started to disappear, or at the very least diminish, thanks to my new treatments. So I'm ready to get back on the YouTube bandwagon. And to be honest, YouTube kind of helped a bit too. When I was beginning my treatment, I found YouTube channels and content creators that really opened my eyes. Between YouTube and streaming shows, some new ones, some old I grew up with, and some I still admire today, or even new ones. And imagine my surprise when I discovered these content creators, some of them even older than me, talking about the shows I grew up with or the shows that in later life we would come to appreciate and love. And I would definitely recommend you check out any of these channels if you see something you like. They helped inspire me to take a closer look at these amazing stories and, well, just entertainment in general. And, well, I just felt the need to talk about it in my own way, to share it in my own way, to take a closer look at these amazing stories and and to make my own spin on it. Age really is just a number, and it's not how old you are, it's how you are being old. I've got plenty planned for this channel in the new year, but like anything else, it is a mindset. At least at the very least, I want to upload a new video every 2 weeks. If I can do the, if I can do that minimally, then I'm happy. So basically, if I'm uploading at least twice a month, then you can assume I'm in good shape, I'm in good health, and I want to keep that best I can. I want to continue the Jeremy Senpai channel as long as I can, but I also want to be more manageable. Because, well, like anything, YouTube is an important part of my life. It always will be, but I don't want to consume my life, which I did struggle with in the past. So stay tuned for now, because there's definitely a lot planned. I've got a lot of videos planned. And like anything, I definitely plan on, well, I've been saying plan too much. I want to continue this channel, but I also want to continue it in a healthy way. So, like I said, stay tuned. And now, closing thoughts. There's going to be a lot of struggles in my future. I know that. But despite everything I've gone through, all the pain I've endured these past 2.5 years, some of it keeping me up at night, some of it just seeming like it never ends, despite it all, I'm still here. I'm still here talking to you, living my life to the best I can. I'm still here. And, well, I want to be better and I want to be happy. I also want this to help someone. I'm hopeful that to whoever is watching this, whoever you are, that you can get through whatever's bothering you too. Whether it's something physical, like with me, whether it's emotional and mental, whether it's even a mixture of both. That I want you to know that it could always be worse. That it can be worse, and for a lot of people, it is worse. But at the same time, you have to take a little bit of good with the bad too. I mean, yeah, I've had to step down a few things, but I've had to step down from a few things, but I'm slowly getting that back little by little, and I intend to do what I can to try to keep it that way. I'm still moving forward because in the end, it's all I really know how to do. All the treatments, best doctors, all best medicines, it doesn't mean anything if you don't help yourself. If you don't take the effort to try to be better. And that's the thing right there. I want I want to be better. I don't want to feel better. I want to be better overall. And I feel like one of the reasons why I feel like one of the ways I can do that is try to get back into YouTubing best I can. But I want to stick with this channel as long as I can. But that being said, this channel is a part of my life. It's not going to be all-consuming, which I did struggle with a few years back, trying to figure out what I wanted to use this channel for. It was only about this year I decided what I wanted to use it for, and I want to stick with it as long as I can. I mean, this channel, I didn't start it for subscribers, for Patreon, or for any of that. I I just discovered amazing theories and analyzing things, and I just wanted somewhere to share that. I mainly talk about animation on this channel, but I'm slowly starting to integrate more. Overall, I love entertainment overall. I love books. I love video games, movies, cartoons, anime, etc. Basically, if there's a good story behind it, I love it. And I want to talk about it. But in the end, I mainly started this channel so I could join the community, so I could find other people like me, and, well, I'm kind of happy for that. I'm thankful to everybody who stuck with me despite my long hiatus. But as I said before, I want this channel to be part of my life, not consuming my life, which I have noticed a lot of YouTubers, it slowly does become their life. That's not what I want. I have other things that I do want to do. I mean, if this channel does become popular, if I get like 1,000 subscribers or a few thousand, then maybe I'll embrace it more. Maybe I'll upload more. But for now, I'm just happy enough. My goal for 22, one of my goals is to hopefully upload a new video every 2 weeks at minimum. Because if I'm uploading regularly, then that means I'm obviously in good health. Because like anything, it's a mindset. And, well, I have exactly had the best mindset since my treatments kind of upped up a bit, but now I'm willing to. And as I said before, if you want to stick with me, if you want to see what I have in store, then stick around. That's all I ask. I'm not going to pressure you to subscribe or anything like that. Yeah, I'll probably say it at the end of videos because that's just a thing, but ultimately it's your choice if you want to continue along. I love amazing stories, and I want to continue talking about them. And I've got some pretty cool stuff actually planned for 22. I've got some theories, my own interpretations, and of course, more and more allegories. I love my allegories. And now, I know things will be good again. I'm not broke, and because I want to make them that way. I'm not broken, and neither are you. In this day and age, almost everyone has something to deal with. What matters is how you choose to deal with it. You can choose to buckle down and accept support, whether it's from your family and friends, or from the medical staff that helps you, whether they're doctors or therapists, etc. Or you can choose to let it bother you and consume you. Like I said before, it doesn't matter about the treatments you receive if you don't help yourself. And it's only recently I discovered the true gravity of that situation, but now I kind of want to move forward my own way. Tomorrow will be better, but only if you really want it to be, and well, I want it to be. And now, I'm basically making this video for myself. This is kind of my amends to myself, despite everything I've had to deal with. To remind myself, in addition to whoever is watching this, that in the end, yes, life is full of struggles and life is full of hardships, but there's always hope for yourself and others. You can get back what you've lost. You can probably even get back more than what you lost if you really want to. And that's basically how I feel. I want to excel. I want to do well with everything. And 22 so far looks like a pretty good year for me, and I want to be a good year for you too. Maybe you're graduating college like I am. Maybe you've got a new career opportunity. Maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe you discovered a new passion. Whatever it is. What matters is that it's important to you. Or in my case, it's me graduating college and trying to restart this channel more. And like I said, this channel is just kind of more of a side hobby for me, at least right now. And I'm happy enough uploading every 2 weeks. I mean, there are some YouTubers that go on hiatus for weeks, if not months, and they still have a loyal fan following waiting for them. So I guess it's kind of the same thing for me. But I also still have more stuff planned, and I'm hoping that you'll check it out. But until then, I wish you all a very happy new year. I hope you all enjoyed your holidays, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, or whatever else. I hope that you enjoy the rest of 2021, whether hours might be left, and that you make 22 an even better year. We will get through this. 2022 will be a better year because we will make it happen. I truly, honestly believe that. Only if you guys do. But until then, everybody, this is Jeremy Senpai signing off. The first upload of the new year will be next week. See you then!